to Girl Got Style. It's me again, Juel Stokes. Okay guys, this video is about the secret of being slim. Now, I'm not saying I'm an authority on this, but a lot of people ask me how I stay slim. Now, before I carry on, I need subscribers, so please click down there. I've got 57, it has been building, but I need to get to 100 because that will make a massive difference for my blogs. So if you're one of my friends, please click. Right, okay, so the secret of being slim. Right, okay. I'm not saying, again, that I'm an authoritarian on this. I'm just going off my own experience. I have been, at one stage, I was 13 stone. When I was like a late teenager, early teens, I lived in Tenerife for a year. I put an enormous amount of weight on. So I do feel I know what I'm talking about. And once you put that weight on, it's really, really difficult to lose it. And I don't use this word normally, hate, because it's not in my vocabulary, but I absolutely hated being overweight. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should be slim, because I'm not saying that at all. Some people, no matter what they do, genetically, they're not supposed to be slim. So I do think there's a certain amount of acceptance that you have to have with your own body. I mean, and no matter what I do, I'm always going to have chunky legs. I'm always going to be pear-shaped. You have to accept the shape that you are. So acceptance has a lot to do with it. But I think I'm talking more about health. I think health is wealth, and staying slim's really helpful. So these are my rules for the secret of being slim. Number one is change all your cooking oil to olive oil. You can cook chips in olive oil. I do it in a baking tray and make really nice chips with olive oil, so you can do that. Olive oil is so easy to digest that it just goes straight through you anyway, so forget all that about, oh, it's fattening. No, it's not. Number two, alcohol. I love drinking, but it's very, very fattening for most women. Our bodies just don't digest it the same as men digest it. So I would say, just have it at the weekends, a couple of glasses. Don't overdo it. So that's the second rule. Number three, make sure that with every meal you have a side of vegetables or salad, because that will help you to digest the food. That's my personal belief. I'm not a nutritionist or anything, but it's working for me. Number four, instead of going automatically for crisps or chocolate, which you can have that, but try instead to go for an orange or an apple. Try and do that more often. Like I say, I'm not saying don't have cakes and biscuits, but just try and make more sensible choices. Number five, I would say get some exercise every day, even if it's only a bit of yoga. And anybody can do that, even if you sat down in a chair and you're not able to stand up, you can still do a bit of yoga. So that's my 5 rules. Which isn't really a secret. Really, it's just about eating normal. Now, I think eating normal is so underrated. We've got all these fad diets. We've got people who've got bulimia. They think that throwing up's the secret. There's people who are starving themselves. You don't need to do any of those things. Those things are ridiculous. You don't need to go on a plant-based diet. You don't need to go on the diet that everyone had where it was all meat. I personally believe it's about eating normal. Normality is so underrated. I eat everything. I don't think you should deny yourself any food. I think that everything I eat everything, but I eat it in moderation. I love ice cream, I love sweets, I love cakes, but I just eat them in moderation. I love pasta, I love bread, I eat everything. But what I do is, if I'm eating pasta, like I've just had pasta over the weekend, I'll have it in a bowl. Instead of on a big plate with a big pile, I'll just have a bowl of pasta, and I'll have sort of a nice amount, not too small, not too big, because pasta is very filling and you don't actually need that much. If I'm going to have bread, I'll have a sandwich, and yes, I will have a dip on it. I love onion and garlic dip, which they say is really fattening, but I think all that where they say don't have this, don't have that, I think that's absolute rubbish. I think you should have a bit of everything, but in moderation. I think actually the combination of a bit of everything really actually helps to digest. I think you need to have fruit and veg every day. It is almost impossible, even for someone like me who loves fruit and veg, to have 5 pieces every day. But I do think with every meal, try and add something. Have some tomatoes. If you're having a salad, I eat loads of tomatoes. I love the cherry ones. So I am quite picnicky what I have. If you're going to have ice cream, have some strawberries with the ice cream. If you're going to have a roast dinner, make sure you get lots of veg with it. So I think that you can eat anything, but you need to make sure that you're always including fruit and veg in everything that you eat, and I think that helps to digest the food. I really do. I love crisps, but what I do is I just have a couple of bags of crisps every now and again, a bag here, bag there. I don't live off crisps. I think again, you can eat these things as long as it's in moderation. I think I try to think to myself that I'm allowed 1 treat a day, and I think that's really good. So maybe I might have a bar of chocolate, but it'll be a small bar of chocolate. Or if I have some ice cream, I can have some ice cream, but I've got to have strawberries with it and just a little blob of ice cream instead of a huge amount of ice cream and nothing else. So I think you need to just if I put a bit of weight on, I think, well, I won't eat as many crisps, I won't eat as much ice cream, I'll cut down on all those things. So I think that my sort of idea, well, it's working for me. I mean, take a look, have a look. I mean, I don't weigh myself. Oh, that's a golden rule. Never weigh yourself. I mean, your clothes either fit you or they don't fit you. I think I'm guesstimate about 8.5 stone. And it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, my jeans either fit me or they don't fit me. And that's all you need to worry about. Another thing that you need to do, one of the main things, I think that cooking oil is so fattening. If I eat chips with cooking oil, it's like I put so much weight on straight away. It's crazy. Alcohol. Oh, I love alcohol. I would just be drunk all the time, except it's fattening. So like this last couple of weeks, I've had quite a few glasses of wine. I wouldn't say I've got drunk. I've just had a little bit in moderation, and I've had some brandy and Coke, but I can already feel that I've put a bit of weight on. So if I did it all the time, I would soon be quite enormous. In fact, that's how I put a lot of weight on when I lived in Tenerife, because I was drinking all the time. So yeah, so instead of having cooking oil, change to olive oil. Cook everything with olive oil. You could just drink olive oil from the bottle. I don't think it's fattening at all. They say it is, but well, it's not. It's rubbish, because I have loads of it. You can eat normal cheese. That's another misnomer. When they say, oh, don't eat dairy products. I eat loads of cheese. I eat loads of onion and garlic. I think the combination of all these things with fruit and veg, I think the whole combination helps to digest it in your digestive system anyway. So that's another misnomer. One of the things that I know people don't want to do to stay slim, I know, well, alcohol's a big one. People don't want to cut out alcohol. But men, my husband, he can drink whatever he likes. He can drink all day long. A lot of men can do that. But unfortunately for me, if I have lager every night for a week, I'll put on 0.5 stone. It is what it is. So I just can't do that if I want to stay slim. But another thing that people don't want to do, and you have to do, is a bit of exercise. I know it's a bit annoying, and it's one of those things you don't want to get off your seat. I'm finding it harder now. I'm getting more mature, that I'm finding it harder to do exercise, but you have to force yourself. You see, I do 10 minutes yoga every day. I love archery. I'm into archery. I've been doing loads of archery at least once a week. I go through phases. I go for walks in the park. Again, I am struggling more with my mobility, but you have to force yourself. There is no excuses. I want to stay slim because I love wearing clothes. I'm not saying you can't wear nice clothes if you're more voluptuous. In fact, that can be quite helpful. I mean, if you've got bigger boobs and stuff. But I think that if you want to, you've got a lot more choice if you're slimmer. You have got a lot more choice. And that's one of the reasons why I stay slim. Right, well, I hope this video is helpful. I will write a list. I think I'll just recap now what I think the list is. I think number 1, change all your cooking oil to olive oil if you can, because that'll make a massive difference. Olive oil is just so much easier for your body to digest. Number 2, cut out alcohol. Just have it maybe on Saturdays, have a couple of glasses of wine. You know, do it in moderation. I'm not saying cut it out completely because that would be a bit boring. Number 3, eat what you want, but just make sure you always have a side of vegetables. Make sure if you're gonna snack, eat fruit instead. And get some exercise every day. Try and get, even if it's only 10 minutes. So that's my rules. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Please make sure you subscribe. I got style, you got style, girl got style, signing out. Peace out.